Hello, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So, what's eating you? Tonight's topic is about returning to school, our children returning to school, and I'm talking about school-age kids, pre-K through 12th grade. We'll talk about them because these are the kids that still need childcare, up to, about 4th or 5th grade or whatever. So returning to school it appears that our kids are not going to return to school in August and September. That a lot of districts are opting to have either a hybrid. So when you hear that word hybrid, that means that they'll go to school part of the day, where part of the week, maybe 1 or 2 days a week, they'll be in the school building, and then the other part of their education they will get virtually from home. And so for a lot of parents, that's causing a lot of panic, a lot of anxiety, not only for their child's overall education, but for real issues. Who's going to watch the kids? How am I going to be able to, quit my job? Can I afford to do that? Especially parents who only have one income. If you're a single mom or dad or grandma, there are so many layers to the fact that because this is a pandemic, a health crisis, we as a country, we got to do it. We have to do what is going to be in the best interest of all of us. And if that means that we need big social gatherings like school has to be shut down, okay, we know that has to happen. So we need to give parents, some options about what they're going to do. And I think more specifically parents with limited income. So people have sometimes a misconception that poor people don't work. Poor people work. They're called the working poor. And so they work in lower paying positions, and oftentimes they need to work a lot more hours to even make a decent living. And it's going to be difficult for them to do that if they don't have proper child care for their kids. So this is a huge issue. If we're under a quarantine, then daycares aren't going to be open either. So then that option is going to be gone for a lot of parents. So what can you do? Well, how are we going to move forward in this situation? I think parents right now, you need to be coming up with a plan. I don't have school-age kids right now. My kids are not school-age kids, but I feel so much empathy because I have, family members, friends who have school-age kids, and they don't know what they're going to do with their kids. So this is the time to plan. This is the time for us to work more together as a more collective society where we're going to look out for each other, especially family members. I don't live near family members, but if I did, I work from home. I would watch their kids to help them out. So I'm hoping, the hope is that family is going to start helping each other. If you don't have family, friends are going to start helping each other. If a group of moms in your neighborhood, rotate the shift. Like, I'll take the kids Monday and do the virtual school. You take them Tuesday so that you can work on Monday. I think this is the time now to plan. And I think that the projection is that your kids are not going to go back to school the way they went back to school last August. That they will be home for a lot of the time. And I think people did what they had to do in March through August, and were able to. A lot of people, they just did what they needed to do. And I think parents will come through and do that again. But this is the time to plan what you're going to do with your kids. And also note the emotional part of what's happening with our kids. The fact that they're not going to go back to school and socialize, that they miss their friends. So you're going to see more kids acting out, maybe having tantrums, maybe shutting down. maybe, not talking or talking too much. But I think as parents, the parents are stressed, the kids are stressed, and there has to be that time when you just de-stress and, allow your kids to kind of tell you what's happening, what's going on, how they feel. Kids are scared. They're fearful of this corona or the Rona, right? They don't know. Like, kids are so, like, kids, build things in their head and they see things. So for them, the corona or the Rona is this huge, big, scary monster that I can't go outside and I can't go to my friends. I can't go to school because of this scary monster called corona. So I think we have to comfort our kids, let them know that we're there, let them know that they're safe, and that we're gonna get through this. This will not last forever. That we're gonna get through this, especially too if any kids have lost family members because of corona virus. That I'm hoping that agencies are going to, when we are able to get back to normal, that agencies and communities will work with kids and adults who have lost some family members in this pandemic and help them to cope with the loss and the grief that is surrounding this. And also understand that we are all in some level of fear and concern and anxiety about what is happening to our world. And remember, this is not new. This happened 100 years ago. And the human race survived it then and will survive it now. But we are in the throes of it. We're in the mix of it. And just moving forward, just make sure your kids know that they are safe, they're loved, it's not their fault, they will be okay, and you're going to work as a family, as friends, as your community, whatever, to help them to get through this. And parents, reach out to other parents. Forge a bond where you're going to look out for each other in this time, and maybe you, like I mentioned, you work today, I work tomorrow. Let's do this. Let's get through this and be safe and get us to the end of this, because it's going to be an end, and we're going to be able to get back to normal, hopefully sooner than later. So that's it. That is the topic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone and everyone that you think could use some little, I don't like to call it advice, but some psychological flavor on everyday issues. Thank you.